Hello, this is Pastor Lauren Richmond, East Denver Bible Baptist Church. Welcome to our broadcast, Lead Me to the Rock. I'm reading in Acts chapter 10. We're talking about grace for the pace, the resting grace of God, and we want to look at Peter and Cornelius here, and I'm just going to read some of the verses. Don't have time to read all of it, but just try to get to it as quickly as I can here. There was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band, a devout man and one that feared God with all his house, which gave much alms to the people, and prayed to God always. Saw in a vision, evidently about the ninth hour of the day, an angel of God coming into him, saying unto him, Cornelius. And when he looked on him, he was afraid, and said, What is it, Lord? And he said unto him, Thy prayers and thine alms are come up for memorial before God. And now send men to Joppa, and call for one Simon, whose surname is Peter. He lodgeth with one Simon a tanner, whose house is by the seaside. He shall tell thee what thou oughtest to do. So it's an amazing thing. Here's a man who had, we're talking about Peter here, he denied the Lord, and yet now he's resting in the grace of God. He's doing what he wants. He's just doing what he's where he's supposed to be, doing what he's supposed to do, and God knows that he's going to be there for him. And God says, "I'm going to have people come and look for you," and that's exactly what happens. Peter goes to the house of Cornelius. First of all, there was a vision, and of course, it was relating to what the Jews were allowed to eat, and certainly was showing that God was going to do a new thing here and opening up the gospel to Gentiles. And Peter was willing to go, and when he came into uh, the house of Cornelius, he was amazed at what God had done. It was just hard for him to understand, and yet he was willing to go to do a new thing, to be able to share the gospel with those he hadn't shared it with before. And maybe that would be a situation in your life where you're looking, well, there's certain people I'm comfortable sharing the gospel with, others I'm not. Well, God is telling you, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. And he was willing to do that and share the good news. And not only did Cornelius, but many of those in his house came to know the Lord because of his willingness to do God's will. I trust that would be the situation for you. Will you rest in the grace of God? Will you go where he wants you to go, and do what he says you should do, no matter what the thoughts might be ahead of time? God bless you, and have a wonderful night.